And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Madison Field here in Marshfield as we get set for Wisconsin Valley Conference softball here today. It's the visiting DC Everest Evergreens and the home Marshfield Tigers, and a conference clincher is on the line for the DC Everest Evergreens here today. Jason Zaleski, welcome everybody. Gene Delisio will be on today's play call before you know it. We will have Gene come play-by-play time, come first pitch time, as a matter of fact, to get our audio levels all straightened up. Here again, it's DC Everest at Marshfield, Wisconsin Valley Conference softball here today, and let's do a little something here. How about this? Put more spring in your step. Blues Hair Studio in Marshfield. Get your locks cut, colored, styled, looking fresh as spring temperatures heat up. 80 degrees here in central Wisconsin today. Blues Hair Studio open Monday through Friday with appointments to match your schedule. Get an online appointment at blueshairstudio.com. And Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind. Roofing, siding, windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. I'll tell you more about both DC Everest and Marshfield as they come into this one. DC Everest 18-1 overall. That one just happened a few days ago. Marshfield comes in at 11-8 overall. Before we get to that, though, softball playoffs are just around the corner. Yes, I said playoffs. And seed meetings. Coaches in this sport still in the, not modern times, right? Football, basketball, they're in the modern times. We still meet as human beings to argue and coalesce and sometimes conspire about who should be seated where. But those seed meetings start in some form tomorrow. That's on Wednesday around the state. 5 divisions now in Wisconsin high school softball. So the first bevy of meetings around the state start tomorrow. They continue on Saturday and into Sunday. And in Division 1, Section 1, which is where these two teams participate, that seed meeting, we've got to wait all the way till next week, Wednesday. So we don't have any unity in our seeding. We still let the human beings do it. You obviously understand where my opinion is going to land on all of that. But let's go what I'll do for you instead of talking about that anymore. We'll go through Section 1 in Division 1, Chippewa Falls, DC Everest, Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, Hudson, Marshfield, Menominee, New Richmond, River Falls, Stevens Point, Superior, Wausau East, Wausau West, and Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln. So these games are important. One, again, a conference title on the line. I already have DC Everest as the champs. Again, they are undefeated in conference. They have swept both the second and third place team. Any measure of logic tells you they are already a conference champion, but the Fairness Police don't believe that, so they need DC Everest to win tonight. Marshfield looking to stave that off and make Everest beat somebody else to be crowned a Fairness Police official conference champion here later this year. Let's take a break here just ever so momentarily, and I'll come back and tell you more about the DC Everest Evergreens right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
And welcome back to Madison Field here on the campus of Marshfield Senior High School. Wisconsin Valley Conference softball just around the corner. First, Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest, May 30th and 31st. That's just a couple of weeks away. Again, as I was talking about before, Playoffs, softball playoffs here in Wisconsin are also just around the corner. Those begin on May 27th. And again, Section 1 in Division 1, Chippewa Falls, DC Everest, Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, Hudson, Marshfield, Menominee, New Richmond, River Falls, Stevens Point, Superior, Wausau East, Wausau West, and Wisconsin Rapids. Lincoln, for these DC Everest Evergreens, they are in that top spot should intelligent heads prevail at the seed meeting next week, Wednesday. They are 18-1 overall. They are in undefeated, 9-0 in conference, looking to go to 10-0 tonight and wrap up a Wisconsin Valley Conference official championship. We already have them as champions. Again, they are 9-0. Stevens Point and Wisconsin Rapids, 3 games behind with 3 to play, and DC Everest is 4-0 against those teams. So again, any measure of math tells you DC Everest is already the conference champion, but the Wisconsin Valley Conference wants to wait another game. In conference, Wausau West 4-4. Marshfield comes in at 4-5. Merrill 2-7, and Wausau East still looking for its first conference win. No wins and 9 losses on the season. For DC Everest, I mentioned 18-1. That one just happened not that long ago. Actually, it was a triangular back on Saturday. Dropped a decision to Toma, 3-1 final score. So the undefeated season now no longer in the cards for these Evergreens, but looking again to finish up the conference championship here today. Should it not happen today, on Thursday, the Evergreens will host the Merrill Blue Jays. And then on May 20th, wrap up the conference season at home against Wausau West. So they've got 3 chances to meet the standards, non-mathematical standards as it is for the Wisconsin Valley Conference, but they've got 3 chances at any rate. Let's take a look at some of the individual performers for these DC Everest Evergreens. And you talk about DC Everest, that's got to start in the circle. Senior Addison Cluck, 80 strikeouts in conference play. So that's 7 games, folks. 80 strikeouts. She struck out 15 Marshfield batters a couple of weeks ago over in Schofield. The next nearest Wisconsin Valley pitcher in strikeouts is Mackenzie Hurt out of Merrill. She has 40. Addison Cluck, 80. The next closest has 40, folks. Think about that. Doubled up. Addison Cluck has lapped the competition in strikeouts from the circle. And she's not just striking out batters, she is efficient as well. Only walked 6 and an ERA of 0.36. From the plate, if DC Everest has a weakness, perhaps offensively, you might argue, would be DC Everest. They are second in conference in batting average at .355 behind the Stevens Point Panthers. They have scored just 57 runs, but again, Addison Cluck not even allowing a half a run a game. So seemingly you only have to score 1 if you're DC Everest to win most of these games. Taking a look at Stevens Point, they have scored 95 runs. Wisconsin Rapids has scored 70. Marshfield has scored 64, and then DC Everest 57. So if you can score, if you can somehow figure out how to get on base against Addison Cluck, maybe, just maybe, you can have a chance here in conference and even tonight. Let's take another break. Pre-game coverage will continue right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to marshfieldchamber.com.
ShedsDelivered.com, your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See the display lots in Marshfield, Medford, Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. In just a moment, we'll have Gene Delisio on today's play-by-play. But before we get there, here's some of the Marshfield statistics coming into this one. Again, 4-5 in conference are the Marshfield Tigers. That puts them 5th place in conference out of 7 teams. Madison Krause, your batting average leader, batting .483, 14 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. The 19 RBI and the 2 home run also team leaders. And for these Marshfield Tigers, Lillian Griesbach bats .414 for the Tigers. Molly Fox in the circle for Marshfield as we start this one. She's 4-4 on the season through 44 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts, 34 walks, and an earned run average of 5.84. So again, Cluck, her ERA less than a half a run per game, with the team not scoring many runs. So Marshfield, starting with Fox, needs to limit the somewhat inefficient DC Everest offense, and offensively the Tigers need to get after it right away. You got to score, find a way. Not many have, but do your best to find a way against a 0.36 ERA of Addison Cluck. It'll be the DC Everest Evergreens coming to bat. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact Next Step today. Here is Gene Delisio on the call.
With 7 runs batted in. Tiger infield expects a slap here, and so Madison Krause, the first baseman, was over behind the pitcher's mound. First pitch is bunted down the third base side, picked up by Garvin, and she has no play. Spear bunts her way on to start the ball game for DC Everest. Leadoff base runner for the Evergreens, and the batter now is the catcher Aubrey Klatt, batting .409 with 1 home run and 2 runs batted in. Fox readies herself, and now Klatt steps out. Everest bunts the ball well. A very strong offensive ball club at DC Everest. Now Fox ready. Winds and fires. Bunt attempt is missed for strike 1. Fox put that ball on the low outside part of the plate, and Klatt attempted the bunt but missed it. She's behind 0-1. Spear at first base runs well. Krause in, expecting a possible bunt. Fox set once again. Winds and throws, and this time the ball is bunted foul behind home plate. 0-2, so Klatt has misfired on 2 bunt attempts. By the way, the Evergreens, starting lineup, 8 of their starting players are batting over .300, and the 9th player, the center fielder Meverden, is batting .296. So a very strong offensive unit here at DC Everest. Klatt back in there. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. Batting right-handed. Fox into her motion and throws and misses high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lillian Griesbach, the Tiger catcher, checking with the dugout between pitches for a sign from pitching coach Dan Costa and head coach Becky Linsmeyer. Now here is the 1-2 delivery, and that missed the low outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Some dangerous hitters on this Everest ball club. Tigers did play Everest well the first time. A few weeks ago, lost 5-1 in Schofield, had a 1-0 lead at one point. Here's the 2-2 delivery, popped up on the right side, heading foul and out of play. Count on Klatt stays 2-2. Not much foul ground here at Madison Field. The stands rather tight to the foul lines. Don't see many foul outs here. Klatt back in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Fox ready. Throws once again, high for a ball. Spear going, throw to second base is late. Stolen base for Spear. Actually, that ball was there, but the shortstop Costa took the throw in front of the bag and had to reach around to tag Spear, and Spear slid in the back end. The count on Klatt now full 3-2 with Spear at second base. Fox gets ready, winds and throws, a swing and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout tonight for Molly Fox. 1 out. And the batter is Everest third baseman Mara Meverden in conference play, batting .452 with 11 runs batted in. Batting right-handed. Fox gets set and delivers up and in for ball 1. No score, Everest batting top of the first. Spear at second base and 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes on Mara Meverden, Evergreen's third baseman today. Fox now into her motion. Winds and delivers. And missed the low outside corner for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Time is called, and Lillian Griesbach, the Tiger catcher, goes out to confer with Molly Fox for a few moments. Didn't realize Lillian was that tall. She kind of hovers above Molly. Molly's not a real tall girl. Much shorter than the Tigers' second pitcher, Angela Barnhart, who's kind of a tall, lanky girl. 2-0 on Meverden. She's back in the box. And now wants time as Molly's taking too much time. Some big hitters on this DC Everest Ball Club today. Meverden digs in once again. The count 2 balls, no strikes. Fox winds and throws. Misses high for a ball. And the count 3-0. Can't afford too many extra base runners against this very strong Everest Ball Club. Meverden back in there, 3 balls, no strikes. Fox ready, winds and fires. That pitch is in there for a called strike, got the inside corner. 3-1. Baseball, by the way, across the field, across the street at Safford Field. Columbus Dons baseball team, the varsity team, playing over there today against, I believe, McDonald. Next pitch is whacked to deep left field. Varsha goes back, ball's over her head, and hits the fence on a fly. Spear will score, and Meverden takes second base with a double. RBI double for Mara Meverden. Plates Sydney Spear. And Everest leads early, 1-0. That ball hit like a rocket about halfway up the fence in left field. The DH Piper Schultz batting for the Evergreens, batting .303 with a home run and 6 RBIs in conference play. Meverden at second base. And Fox winds and throws on the outside corner for a called strike. So Everest on top 1-0. Evergreens batting in the top half of the first. Base runner at second base and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Piper Schultz, the Evergreens cleanup hitter today. Digs in once again, and Fox fires a big swing and a miss. Molly got that ball up in the strike zone, and Schultz couldn't resist. And she's behind, 0-2. Make sure you join us on WOSQ tomorrow evening for Trajan Bogdanovich and his Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trades program. Count 0-2. Fox winds and throws again, fouled back. Trajan Bogdanovich talking about Wisconsin sports with some special guests every Wednesday evening between 7 and 9. Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trades, Wednesday, 7 p.m., right here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ. Schultz back in there, the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Fox into her motion. Now throws a changeup, popped up on the left side, and Garvin at third base comes in, makes a diving catch near the mound. Great job by Lydia Garvin. That was a tough play. Had that ball fallen, then you get an awkward hop or a short hop, and who knows what would happen there. But Lydia Garvin diving makes a nice catch at the shoestring level to retire Schultz for out number 2. And Meverden holds at second base. The hitter now, the pitcher, Addison Cluck, batting .400 with 4 RBIs. Fox winds and throws, up and in for ball 1. Everest on top early, 1-0. Evergreens batting top of the first. with Meverton at second base and 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Addison Cluck, the Everest pitcher for today, and a very good one. 1-0 pitch, half swing and an inside fastball. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Cluck batting number 5 in the Evergreens batting order, stands in there once again. Now Fox winds and throws. A swing and a miss. Molly put that pitch up and away. And Cluck offers. She's behind now 1-2. Meverton still at second base now. Molly Fox throwing for Marshfield. Gets ready and fires. Ground ball towards second base. Picked up by Oppmann. Throws to first base in time to end the inning. In the first for DC Everest, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left on base. After 1/2 inning, our score is DC Everest 1 and the Marshfield Tigers coming to bat.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive fast pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old. They consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. 2025 tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Real good softball matchup today. Marshfield and DC Everest meeting here at Madison Field in Marshfield. Defensively for DC Everest this afternoon. At first base, Taylor Freidel. At second base, Kelsey Woolley. At shortstop is Lauren Semro. At third base, Mara Meverton. In right field, Sydney Spear. The center fielder, Kelsey Meverton. In left field, Brooke Brown. The catcher is Aubrey Klatt. On the mound, right-hander Addison Cluck. Addison has some very impressive stats in conference play this year. She is 6-0 with an ERA of 0.36. She's thrown 39 innings, allowed just 2 earned runs on 15 hits. Walked 6 and struck out 80. Leadoff batter Delaney Varsho thinks about the bunt, but takes outside for ball 1. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the first. Everest on top here, 1-0. Delaney batting .280 in conference play for the Tigers this year. Cluck throws again, and Delaney misses a bunt on that pitch. Ball is up and in. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Delaney batting left-handed. Tiger leadoff hitter, also a good bunter. Big part of her offensive game. Cluck throws again, high and tight for a ball. 2-1. Delaney playing college softball next year at Bryant and Stratton, the 2-year school in the Milwaukee area. Now Cluck fires again, popped up foul on the third base side, out of play. Still 2-2 on Delaney Varsho. Addison Cluck, very formidable on the mound. Tough to beat today. She throws once again. Popped foul to the third base dugout, out of play. Still 2-2. And Columbus and McDonald meeting in a non-conference baseball game this afternoon. 2-2 delivery. Fly ball towards left field. Brooke Brown right there makes the catch for the out. Hit right at Brown for out number 1. Dons and McDonald over there at Safford Field this afternoon. That game starting momentarily. Tiger batter now is the catcher Lillian Griesbach, hitting .414. 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Lillian batting right-handed. She digs in. And Cluck delivers. High fly ball foul on the left side on a play for strike 1. Well, we have 5 Wisconsin colleges playing this year at the NCAA Division III baseball playoffs, which start on Friday with the regional round. There are a number of regionals nationwide, each regional with 4 teams. Next pitch on the inside corner to Griesbach. She's behind 0-2. And teams that win those regionals move on to the super regionals the following weekend. Griesbach back in there, and Cluck throws. Bit outside for ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. UW Whitewater going to the regional at Adrian College of Michigan. And they'll play Adrian in the first round Friday at 11 a.m. Cluck throws again, popped up on the right side. And the second baseman, Woolley, comes in, makes the catch for the out. Griesbach pops up to Woolley at second base for out number 2. And here's Tiger third baseman Lydia Garvin hitting .290 with 5 RBIs. UW La Crosse has an at-large bid and has a host, gets to host a regional this weekend, starting on Friday. Pitch by Cluck, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Tigers trail 1-0, Marshfield batting. Bottom half of the first, bases empty and 2 out. No balls, 1 strike on Lydia Garvin. Cluck throws again, high and away for a ball, 1-1. La Crosse will take on Bethany Lutheran of Minnesota in a first-round contest Friday at 11 a.m. 1-1 pitch to Garvin, a swing and a miss, 1-2. 2 Wisconsin schools, Oshkosh and Beloit, playing this weekend at the regional at Gustavus Adolphus over in Minnesota. Cluck throws again, pop foul to the screen, still 1-2. Oshkosh plays Chicago in the first round on Friday, and Beloit faces Gustavus Adolphus. And the Milwaukee School of Engineering won the NACC championship, and they'll play at Webster of Missouri this weekend and take on Webster in the first round. Next pitch, swung and a miss for strike 3. Garvin out on strikes to end the inning. First strikeout for Addison Cluck today. In the first for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 1 inning, our score is DC Everest 1 and the Marshfield Tigers 0. Back with more softball in just a moment.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Wisconsin Valley Conference softball today. Marshfield and DC Everest here at Madison Field in Marshfield. Everest batting top half of the second. Leadoff hitter is the left fielder Brooke Brown, batting .346 with 1 RBI in league games for the Evergreens this year. Right-hander Molly Fox on the mound for Marshfield this afternoon. Molly ready. Winds and delivers. Fly ball foul on the first base side of the play for strike 1. Everest 1, Marshfield 0. Everest batting top of the second here at Madison Field. Lots of young players in the ballpark today. It's Youth Day here. Fox winds, throws once again. Got the outside corner for a called strike, and the count now 0-2. Those players will be treated at the end of the ball game to some autographs. They can play some catch with some players on the field, run the bases if they'd like. Now Fox throws 0-2 and missed the outside corner for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Linsmeyer and her staff trying to build some good rapport with the younger players in the program. Get them out here to meet the varsity players, see what varsity softball is all about. Now the 1-2 delivery. Up and in for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fox behind the slab now, goes back up on the rubber. Sets herself and throws 2-2. Fly ball on the first base side going foul and out of play. Madison Krause has a look, but can't reach it. Count stays 2-2. That wind picking up from time to time, blowing across the field towards the left field corner. So an easterly or southeasterly wind. 2-2 delivery. There's a changeup, a swing, and a miss. Molly Fox with a big changeup. And Brown couldn't resist. I'm not sure that pitch was in the strike zone. They've been high and inside, but Brown could not resist. She swings and misses for the first out. Here's the first baseman, Taylor Friedel, hitting .316 with 6 RBIs this season. Fox throws, and that pitch misses down low for ball 1. Marshfield Tiger softball today on WOSQ, brought to us by Marshfield Utilities. Count 0-1. Fox readies herself and throws again. That pitch in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield Utilities, your locally owned electric and water company since 1904, supporting the teams and teens in central Wisconsin. Now Fox throws 1-1. That bounces in for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Some very good offensive ball players on this Everest Ball Club this year. Very strong hitting team. Friedel hitting .316, batting 7th. Next pitch, a half swing and an inside pitch. We're going to appeal here. And the base umpire says that she did swing. That ball called a ball by the home plate umpire, but he asked for an appeal. And the base umpire says it's a swinging strike 2. 2-2 now on Friedel. Fox back on the rubber. Winds and throws. Fly ball towards left field. Varsho comes in quickly, dives and makes the catch. A great backhanded diving catch in left field by Delaney Varsho. Tough chance for Delaney as she is left-handed. Had to make that on the backhand side as she dove. And a great job by Delaney to retire Friedel on that fly ball. You've seen a couple of real good defensive plays for the Tigers today. Now here's the Everest center fielder, Kelsey Meverden, standing in. And Fox delivers high for ball 1. Everest on top of this ball game, 1-0 as they bat top of the second. Bases empty and 2 out. 1 ball, no strikes on Kelsey Meverden, only batting .296 with 4 RBIs. Fox throws once again. Ground ball towards second base, knocked down by Ottman, picks it back up and now drops it again. And the Meverden will reach. Ball was hit hard, and Ottman knocked it down and had a play, but then she dropped it, picking it back up again. So an error on second baseman Layla Ottman. Everest has a 2-out base runner for second baseman Kelsey Woolley, batting .333 with 1 run batted in. Fox into her motion, throws, and that pitch over. The letters were called strike 1. Meverden at first base. We'll see if she's on the move here with 2 outs. Woolley digs in once again. Fox checking her wristband for a suitable pitch here. Winds and fires. Ground ball third base side, but just foul. 0-2. Interesting with this Everest Ball Club, because normally in this situation, if this is baseball, you may not run that runner, because if that runner is thrown out, then you lead off the next inning with your number 9 hitter. But in this case, your number 9 hitter, being Woolley, is batting .333. So you don't lose a whole lot if Meverden is thrown out. Fox ready, throws once again, leaves it high for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes. All 9 of these Everest ball players, very good offensive players. Woolley back in there, the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fox now into her motion, throws once again, popped up in a shallow left field, and Varsho comes on and makes a nice running catch to end the inning. 2 very fine plays in left field by Delaney Varsho to end the inning. Everest in the second. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. After 1.5, our score is DC Everest 1 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. Come back to Madison Field and more softball in just a moment.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
First baseman Madison Krause leads off the Tigers second. Fouls went back for strike 1. Marshfield trailing Everest 1-0. Tigers batting bottom half of the second inning here at Madison Field in Marshfield. Cluck winds and throws, a swing and a miss, 0-2. Madison Krause with a 14-game hitting streak and batting .489 during that span. For the year, Madison batting .483 in conference play, 2 home runs and 19 RBIs. Cluck throws again, high for a ball. 1-2. Madison Krause having a very good offensive season. She'll play her college softball next season at UW Eau Claire. Digs in once again, the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cluck delivers again, a swing and a miss. Good low inside fastball by Cluck, and Krause out on strikes. Second strikeout for Addison Cluck today.
Strikeout brings up the Tigers shortstop.
Tiger batter shortstop Ryan Costa hitting .290 with 5 RBIs. Batting left-handed. Hits one deep to right field. Spear comes on near the line and drops the ball. Rolls into foul ground. Costa going to second base. She'll get there safely. That was a tough chance for Spear in right field, but she was there to make the play. So until we hear otherwise, we'll give Spear an error on the play. Coming along the right field foul line, got a glove on it. It was not a hit at ankle level or anything. In position to make the play, but just went off her glove and carried him into foul ground. So Costa reaches. The batter is center fielder Madeline Cole, hitting .258 with 4 runs batted in. Fox winds and throws on the inside corner for a called strike 1. Everest on top, 1-0. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the second. Runner at second base and 1 out. 0-1 pitch on the way. And that got the inside corner again for a call strike 2, 0-2. Madeline batting in the number 6 spot for Marshfield today. Cluck fires again, popped up foul ground on the third base side. The third baseman Everton gives way along the third base foul line to the left fielder Brown, who comes over and makes the catch. Brooke Brown makes the catch along the left field fence. And Cole fouls out to left field for out number 2. Here's the Tiger pitcher, Molly Fox, hitting .176 with 3 RBIs in league play. Pitch by Cluck, fouled back for strike 1. One of the best hitting pitchers ever in baseball was a guy named Jim Tobin. Pitched for the Boston Braves in the 30s and 40s. And he accomplished something that no one else has ever done. The only pitcher on this date to hit 3 home runs in 1 game. Next pitch to Fox, swung and a miss, 0-2. Tobin hit 3 home runs against the Chicago Cubs on this day, the only major league pitcher to accomplish that feat. He also had a pinch hit home run the day before. Fox back in there, no balls and 2 strikes. Cluck fires once again, a swing and a miss to end the inning. And 3 strikeouts now for Addison Cluck. Tigers in the second. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We've played 2 innings, and our score is DC Everest 1 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back to Madison Field and more softball in just a moment.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger Softball and Wisconsin Valley Conference Softball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. Sydney Spear leads off the Everest third inning. Takes one high and tight for ball one. I'm Gene Delisio at Madison Field in Marshfield. Everest on top 1-0 as they bat top of the third. Spear bunted her way on and scored back in the first inning. She's 1 for 1. Tigers in their bunt alignment here. Next pitch on the way. That's slapped to the screen on the left side, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tiger first baseman Madison Krause comes in to play almost behind the pitcher's rubber. Somewhat on the second base side. The second baseman, Ottman, plays a deep first base in this alignment. 1 ball, 1 strike on Sydney Spear. Fox winds and throws again. A swing and a miss. 1-2. That run by Spear back in the first inning, the only run of this ball game. Spear batting .406 this year, heading into this ball game. Digs in once again. Fox gets set and delivers. Fly ball to left field. Varsho comes over near the line, gets there and makes the catch for the out. The easiest chance that Delaney Varsho's had tonight. Made 2 catches in the second inning, 1 diving and 1 on a long run. Catcher Aubrey Klatt batting for the Evergreens. Struck out her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Fox ready. Gets set and delivers. High and tight for ball 1. The Wisconsin Valley Conference softball standings heading into action tonight. DC Everest in first place at 9-0. And they can clinch the outright championship with a win in this ball game this evening. 1 ball, no strikes. Fox deals once again, blown outside for ball. 2-0. Wisconsin Rapids and Stevens Point share second place, each team 6-3. Then Wausau West in fourth place at 4-4. Marshfield Tigers fifth at 4-5. 2-0 on Aubrey Klatt. Fox ready and delivers and got the inside corner called strike. 2-1. Merrill is at 2-7 and Wausau East 0-9 heading into conference play tonight. Klatt back in there, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fox now ready. Delivers once again. High hopper toward short and gets by Costa to left center field for a base hit. Sharp single to left field for Aubrey Klatt. The third Everest hit tonight. And the Evergreens have a 1-out base runner for third baseman Mara Meverden. Meverden with an RBI double her first time up. Molly Fox throwing for Marshfield tonight. Into her motion, she now delivers up and in for ball 1. Everest leads this ball game 1-0 as they bat top of the third. 1 out, 1 on. Meverden hitting .452 coming into this ball game. That's now even higher after that RBI double back in the first inning. Fox now throws 1-0. Low for a ball. Griesbach faking a throw to first base, but Klatt gets back in there. 2 balls, no strikes on Mara Meverden. Just one tough hitter after another in this Everest lineup. Fox ready once again, and she throws. Over for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Watching a Columbus McDonald baseball game at Safford Field. Everybody wearing dark uniforms over there. Here's the 2-1 delivery. And got the inside corner, call strike, 2-2. Dons have those navy blue pinstripe uniforms, and McDonald looks like they have black uniforms. Difficult to distinguish the two. Meverden back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fox ready. Winds and fires a changeup hit towards right field. Pierce comes on and can't make the play. Falls in front of her for a base hit. Klatt moves up to second base. So Meverden has 2 hits today. And DC Everest, the base runners at first and second with 1 out for their cleanup hitter, Piper Schultz. The DH popped to third. Her first time up, 0 for 1. Nice play by Gervin on that play. A sinking saw pop-up on the left side that Garvin came in, made the play on. Schultz digs in here. Fox winds and delivers. And missed the inside corner, that's ball 1. Time called, and they want an appeal, and the base umpire says she did not swing. William Griesbach felt that Schultz may have gone halfway, but the base umpire says no. 1 ball, no strikes on Piper Schultz. Stands in once again. Scoring chance here for DC Everest. Pitch by Fox, high and away for a ball. 2-0. No sign at third base from Coach Katie Schofer. Schultz digs back in there. Tough spot here for Molly Fox, now back on the rubber. Molly gets set and delivers. On the outside corner, call strike, 2-1. Tigers have had their share of freshman pitchers over the years. They have 2 this year with Fox and Angela Barnhart. But the Donahue sisters before that, Megan and Courtney. Now the 2-1 delivery on the way. High for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Piper Schultz, and Fox in danger of walking the bases loaded. Fox behind the rubber, now gets back up there. Count on Schultz, 3 balls, 1 strike. Fox gets set and throws low, bounces in, gets away from Griesbach. The runners all move up 1 base. It's ball 4, and that will load the bases. Klatt goes to third base. Meverden takes second. Schultz at first for the pitcher Addison Cluck, who bounced to second base her first time up, 0 for 1. The Tigers pull the infield in here. They want that out at the plate, if possible. Tough spot here for Molly Fox. Molly ready. Winds and throws, fouled back for strike 1. Everest on top 1-0. Evergreens batting, top of the third with the bases loaded and only 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Addison Cluck, a 400 hitter for the year. Has 4 RBIs in conference play. Fox now ready once again. Gets set and fires. And got the outside corner. Call strike 2. So Fox ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. Cluck digs in once again. Infield stays in at all 4 stations. Fox gets her sign. Winds and fires a changeup that rides high for a ball. 1-2 on Addison Cluck. Cluck hitting 400 for the year. Some very strong hitters in this Evergreens lineup today. Count on Cluck, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fox gets set once again and throws, bounces in for a ball. 2-2. Wind not much right now. The flag in left center field is pretty much limp. A little across the street at Safford Field, it's blowing up pretty good. The count on clock 2-2. Fox taking her time. Now Molly gets ready. Winds and fires. High hopper towards short and booted by the shortstop Costa. All hands are safe. In between hop there for Ryan. Came in and got a short hop and could not field it. Knocked it down, but no play. All hands are safe. Klatt scores on the play. And Everest leads 2-0. Desiree Ringel comes in as a courtesy runner for the pitcher Cluck. Desiree Ringel at first base. So Klatt scores on that play. Meverton takes third. Schultz at second. Cluck at first. Error on the shortstop Costa. So no RBI on the play. And Costa fielded that ball cleanly. Should have thrown out Klatt at home plate. Tigers' second error tonight. Left fielder Brooke Brown batting, a strikeout victim her first time up. Tiger infield stays in. Fox winds and fires, piled back for strike one. So our score now, Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Evergreens batting, top of the third, bases loaded and only one out. 0-1 on Brooke Brown. A .346 hitter for the year. Fox twirling that softball, now gets set. Winds and delivers. High for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Molly Fox, only a freshman. She's seen some tough situations this year with this Tiger varsity softball team. And another one right here. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. Fox winds and fires. Missed outside for a ball. 2-1. Molly taking off her face guard momentarily. Most Tigers wear those, but Krause at first base does not. That's an option for all the infielders. They'd like to wear those. 2-2 on Brooke Brown. 2-1 on Brooke Brown. Now Fox fires once again. That's in there for a called strike. And the count evens at 2-2. Infield remains in here at all 4 stations. Brown stands back in the box. Fox now ready. Winds and fires. Chopper foul on the third base side, just by the on-deck hitter, Taylor Friedel. Count stays 2-2 on Brown. Fox taking her time, now gets back up on the rubber. Ready once again, and the 2-2 pitch. Pop foul to the screen. Brown stays alive at 2-2. Everest now up by 2, and the Tigers don't want to fall further behind against this very solid ball club. Brown digs in once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Molly Fox into her motion. Delivers and got the outside corner. Good pitch for a called strike 3. Third strikeout for Molly Fox today. So no Everest runs this inning will be earned. The batter is the first baseman Taylor Friedel. Fly to left her first time up. 0 for 1. Fox gets set and delivers. Up and in for ball 1. Everest leads this ball game 2-0 as they bat top of the third. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Infield now back at normal depth. 1 ball, no strikes on Taylor Friedel. Now Fox gets set and throws high for a ball. 2-0. Fox not out of it yet. Helps to have 2 outs. But Friedel also dangerous, batting .316 coming into play today. He digs back in there. Fox gets her sign from Griesbach and fires. Over for a call strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Friedel, the 7th batter to hit for Everest this inning, digs in once again. And Fox fires. Over for a call, strike 2. So Fox 1 pitch away from pitching out of this jam. Friedel stands back, slightly open stance. Digs in once again, and Fox twirling that softball in her hand. Winds and delivers. Up and in for a ball. And the count now full 3-2 and no place to put her. 3-2 and 2 outs, so the runner's on the move with the pitch. Friedel digs in once again. And Fox in her motion. Pitch on the way. Low for ball 4 to force it a run. Friedel draws a bases-loaded walk. And Everest now leads 3-0. Meverden scores.
Now to play for Everest, center fielder, number 1.
Schultz takes third base. Cluck to second, Ringel to second, the courtesy runner. Friedel at first. For the center fielder, Kelsey Meverden, who reached base on an error her first time up, 0 for 1. Again, all runs for Everest now will be unearned this inning because of the error on Costa earlier in the inning. Kelsey Meverden, the 8th batter to hit for Everest in this inning. Batting right-handed. And Fox taking too much time, so Meverden steps out. Stands back in there once again. Fox ready. Winds and delivers. Over for a called strike 1. Everest now leads 3-0 as they bat top of the 3rd. Base is still loaded and now 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike on Kelsey Meverden. And now Fox gets set. Throws a changeup, hit foul on the first base side of the play. Count goes to 0-2. As we mentioned earlier, Meverden, the only batter in this Evergreens lineup, not hitting 300. Her batting average only 296 heading into this ball game today. She's behind here, 0-2. Fox in her motion, winds and throws, and just missed low and outside. I think Molly wanted that one, but did not get the call. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Meverden back in there, hitting right-handed. Long inning for Molly Fox. Molly now ready. Winds and fires again. Change up high for a ball. 2-2. Molly does walk a lot of batters. She's walked 34 in 44 and 1/3 innings this year in conference play. Now walked 2 so far in this ball game. 2-2 on Kelsey Meverden. Fox ready and delivers. Low and inside for ball 3. Count full 3-2. And so once again with 2 outs, the base runners will be on the move with this pitch. Molly throwing a lot of pitches here in this 3rd inning. Of course, there is no pitch count in softball, but still some wear and tear on that arm for a young pitcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Meverden. Molly winds, pitch on the way. Ground ball towards second base, grabbed by Oppmann, throws to first base to end the inning. Hit hard, but right at Layla Oppmann to retire the side. Everest in the 3rd, 2 runs, both unearned. On 2 hits, 1 error, 2 walks, 3 left on base. We've now played 2.5 innings, and our score is DC Everest 3 and Marshfield nothing. And more
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Layla Ottman leads off the Tiger third. Pitch outside for ball. The count on Ottman, 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield batting in the bottom half of the third, now trailing Everest 3-0. Layla batting 136 this year, takes a pitch high and tight for a ball. 2-1. 8-9-1 batters due up for Marshfield here in this third inning. Layla batting right-handed, stands in once again. Cluck throws. In there for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 unearned runs for Everest in the top half of this inning. Cluck fires inside for a ball. The count now full 3-2, so Everest now leads by 3, and that's tough to make up 3 runs against an ace pitcher like Addison Cluck. She winds and throws once again, a swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts now for Addison Cluck. 1 out. Cameron Pierce batting, the Tiger right fielder, batting .278 with 2 runs batted in. Cameron batting left-handed. And she shows bunt. Bunt's in the air. 1 hop by Cluck. Throws to first base. Low throw, but dug out by the second baseman, Woolley. And Pierce retired. Nice play by the second baseman, Kelsey Woolley, over there to cover. And she digs out that low throw for out number 2. Left fielder Delaney Varsho now batting. Fly to left her first time up, 0 for 1. It's a high fly ball here in the gap in left center field. A nice running catch by the left fielder Brown to end the inning. Hit well by Delaney, but tracked down by Brooke Brown to retire the side. Tigers in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 3 innings, our score is DC Everest 3, Marshfield nothing.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in Central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Day for softball here in Central Wisconsin. Marshfield facing DC Everest in this Wisconsin Valley Conference matchup as we head to the 4th inning. Everest on top by 3. 9-1-2 batters due up for DC Everest here in the 4th inning. Starting with second baseman Kelsey Woolley, who flied to left her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Woolley digs in against Marshfield's Molly Fox. Molly gets ready, winds and fires, low and outside, ball 1. Our score is Everest 3, Marshfield nothing. Evergreens batting, top of the 4th here at Madison Field in Marshfield. 1 ball, no strikes on Kelsey Woolley, hitting number 9 for Coach Schulfer today. Fox gets set, delivers once again. Line to left center field for a base hit. That gets by Varsho to the gap in left center field. Woolley to second base, stands right there with a double. Kelsey Woolley doubles to the gap in left center field. And DC Everest has a leadoff base runner here in the 4th inning. Here's the right fielder, Sydney Spear, has bunted her way on and scored and fly to left. Tigers expect the bunt here. So Kraus, the first baseman, comes over to play behind the mound, just to the second base side. Fox winds and throws. And high and outside, ball 1. And the Tigers' second baseman, Oppmann, playing a deep first base position. 1 ball, no strikes on Sydney Spear, dangerous right fielder, batting left-handed. Good bunter, slap hitter. Now Fox gets set and throws high and outside for ball 2-0. Varsho in left field, around towards left, towards the line for this left-handed batter, Spear. So a big gap in left center field, actually. Count here, 2 balls and no strikes. Fox winds and delivers. On the inside corner, called strike. 2-1 on Sydney Spear, the leadoff hitter for DC Everest today. Slightly open stance, digs in once again. Fox gets set and fires. Misses high and outside for ball 3. 3-1. Don't want too many base runners on base against DC Everest. Too many good offensive hitters here. Count on Spear, 3 balls and 1 strike. Fox ready once again. And now throws a swing and a miss. Tried to slap that ball to the left side and missed it. And the count full, 3-2. Spear once again stands in. Fox looking in. Molly ready, winds and delivers. High hopper to Kraus. She'll throw to first base in time for the out. And Woolley moves to third base. Well, the Tigers had Kraus positioned perfectly in that bunt formation. The Tiger first baseman behind the mound and just to the second base side, and Spear hit the ball right at her. So Madison made the play, tossed to second baseman Layla Oppmann covering at the bag, route number 1. Woolley takes third base on the play, and the catcher Audrey Klatt now batting. First pitch high for ball 1. Everest leads this ball game 3-0 as they bat top of the 4th, with Woolley at third base and 1 out. Klatt has struck out and singled and scored tonight, 1 for 2. Molly Fox on the mound for Marshfield. Winds and throws, popped up on the diamond behind the pitcher's mound, and Kraus runs over, makes the catch on the mound. Kraus, Oppmann, the second baseman, and Costa, the shortstop, all converging. And Madison Kraus, with good hustle, running at full speed, made a backhand catch on the pitcher's slab for the out. And that holds Woolley at third base. That's out number 2. Mara Meverden batting, a single, a double, RBI, and 1 run scored for Everest tonight. Number 3 hitter, dangerous hitter, batting .452 coming into this ball game. Pitch by Fox, over for called strike 1. Everest leads 3-0 as they bat top of the 4th. Runner at third base and 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike on Mara Meverden. Fox ready. Winds and fires. Over for call strike 2. 2 good pitches by Fox. And the count on Meverden, 0-2. Mara digs in once again. Fox into her motion. Now throws line to the left field line, just foul, just outside the bag. Count stays 0-2. Want to remind you, by the way, the Marshfield Tiger baseball game at Stevens Point tomorrow Thursday has been moved from Buchholz Park to Memorial Field in Plover. Tigers and Stevens Point at Plover on Thursday. Game time for that contest, 7:30 Thursday evening. Now Fox throws 0-2, high for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Other Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball on Thursday, Wisconsin Rapids at Merrill, DC Everest at Wausau West. Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball on Thursday. Tigers and Stevens Point at Plover, Thursday at 7:30. Here is the 1-2 delivery. Grounded again, fouled on the third base side. Still 1-2. Columbus Dons baseball team plays a non-conference game Thursday with Osseo Fairchild at Jack Hackman Field. Game time 5 p.m. Our broadcast Thursday 4:45 on 92.3 FM WOSQ and on ZaleskiSports.com. Ball and 2 strikes on Mara Meverden. Fox into her motion. Delivers. Missed outside for a ball, 2-2. Other Cloverbell Conference games on Thursday. Loyal at Spencer. Greenwood takes on Thorpe Owen Withy at Thorpe. Neilsville Granton at Gilman Thursday. Coverage of that game Thursday 4:45 on 92.7 FM WPKG. 2-2 on Mara Meverden. Fox winds and fires. A swing and a miss to end the inning. Big strikeout there for Molly Fox. Her third tonight. Everest in the fourth. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. They leave 1. Now we played 3.5 innings, and our score is DC Everest 3, Marshfield nothing. Back to Madison Field, and more softball coming up in just a moment.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. Grassland. Their legacy began in 1904 and their heritage continues today, passionately working to bring pure, delicious Grassland butter to your table.
Lillian Griesbach leads off the Tiger fourth. Count on Lillian, 1 ball, 1 strike after a foul back. Tigers trail Everest 3-0. Marshfield batting in the home half of the fourth inning here at Madison Field. Cluck throws once again, pop foul behind home plate, out of play. 1-2. Lillian Griesbach popped to second her first time up. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Lillian back in there. Addison Cluck on the mound for DC Everest. Winds and fires, line to left center field, and gets by the left fielder Brown to the fence in left field. Griesbach to second base, and she'll stop right there with a double. Marshfield's first hit today, a line drive double to the gap in left center field for Lillian Griesbach. And the Tigers have a leadoff base runner here in the fourth. You're listening to Wisconsin Valley Conference softball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield. First pitch to Lydia Garvin. Low and inside, ball 1. And WOSQFM.com as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Madison Field in Marshfield. 1-0 pitch to Garvin on the way. High and tight for a ball, 2-0. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the fourth. Everest on top in this ball game, 3-0. Garvin struck out her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Cluck throws once again. Popped up foul behind home plate and out of play. That double to the gap by Griesbach, the Tigers' first hit. They've had only one other base runner. That was Costa back in the second, reaching on a drop fly ball. Here's a 2-1 delivery. High for a ball, 3 balls, 1 strike on Lydia Garvin, batting .290 with 5 RBIs for Marshfield this season. Stands back in there, 3 balls, 1 strike. Cluck winds and throws. And missed the outside corner, that's ball 4. Garvin draws a base on balls, the first issued by Cluck today. And Marshfield has base runners at first and second with nobody out for Madison Kraus. A strikeout victim her first time up, but Madison batting .483 rather. 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. Pops one foul behind home plate here. Klatt has a look, but it falls out of play for strike 1. Madison with a 14-game hitting streak heading into this ball game. DC Everest leads this ball game 3-0. Marshfield batting, bottom of the 4th. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. Marshfield's best scoring chance of the night. No balls, 1 strike on Madison Kraus. Leads the Tigers with 19 RBIs in conference play. Cluck gets set, throws, ground ball, base hit to center field. Griesbach to third base, she'll be stopped right there. Coach Linsmeyer taking no chances with nobody out. Kraus singles to center field. That extends Madison's hitting streak to 15 games. So Griesbach goes to third base. Garvin to second. Kraus to first, still nobody out. And Ryan Costa batting for Marshfield. Reached base in an error her first time up, 0 for 1. Everest pulls the infield in here, despite a 3-0 lead. Cluck in her motion. Throws, half swing and a miss for strike 1. Griesbach at third. Garvin at second. Kraus at first with nobody out. Good scoring chance for Marshfield here in the 4th inning. Ryan digs back in there once again. Cluck throws. Got the inside corner for a called strike. And the count now 0-2. Ryan batting .290 in conference play this year. Stands back in there. Cluck winds and throws. A swing and a miss. Good high fastball by Cluck, her 5th strikeout today. That's 1 down now. In the Marshfield 4th, Madeline Cole batting, Tiger center fielder. Fouled out to left field her first time up. 4 Cluck pitches. Madeline steps out. Infield stays in for Everest. Now the pitch by Cluck. Rides a bit inside for ball 1. Everest on top 3-0. Marshfield batting. Bottom half of the 4th. Bases loaded, only 1 out. 1-0 pitch on the way. And that breaks up and in for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Cole, the number 6 hitter in the Tiger batting order today. Now Cluck gets ready and fires. Pop foul to the screen. 2-1. Once again, high school baseball action coming your way Thursday on WOSQ and on ZaleskiSports.com. The Columbus Dons face Osseo Fairchild at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. 2-1 delivery. Hit outside for a ball. The count on Cole now 3-1. And no place to put her. Dons and Osseo Fairchild, 5 o'clock Thursday. Cluck throws once again. Round ball, base hit to center field. Griesbach is in. Garvin holds at third base. RBI base hit for Madeline Cole. And the Tigers now trail 3-1. So Griesbach is in. Garvin stops at third base. Kraus to second. Cole to first. And Coach Schofer comes out for a meeting on the mound. Addison Cluck, outstanding pitcher. Perhaps the premier pitcher in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Rolling along through 3 innings. No runs, no hits. No walks, struck out 4. But now here in this 5th, a double, a walk, a single, a strikeout, and another base hit. 1 run is in. Bases remain loaded with 1 out for the pitcher, Molly Fox. Molly struck out her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Infield stays in. Molly stands in there. Cluck winds and throws, fouled back for strike 1. So it's now DC Everest 3, Marshfield 1. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 4th, bases loaded, and only 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Molly Fox. Tiger pitcher, number 7 hitter. Cluck throws once again a long fly ball to deep left field. Brown goes way back. This ball's over her head and against the fence. Garvin will score. Kraus rounding third base. She'll score as well. And the Tigers have tied the ball game at 3. Cole, not sure if that ball would be caught or not, had to hold. She goes just to second base, and Fox stops at first. But Molly with a 2-run single ties the ball game at 3. That ball almost got out of here. Hit up against the fence in deep left field. 2 runs are in. The batter is Layla Oppmann. Tigers second baseman. She fouls one back for strike 1. So our score now, Marshfield 3, DC Everest 3. Tigers still batting, bottom half of the 4th. Runners at first and second, and only 1 out. 0-1 on Layla Oppmann. Pitch on the way, up and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tough inning here for Everest pitcher Addison Cluck. She winds and delivers. On the outside corner, called strike. 1-2. Addison's ERA 0.36, but the Tigers have scored 3 runs here in the 4th inning. Now Cluck sets herself and fires a swing and a miss for strike 3. Cluck is now fan 6 today. The hitter is right fielder Cameron Pierce, batting left-handed, hitting .278. Tossed out trying to bunt her way on her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Cameron batting left-handed. Cluck winds and throws, high for ball 1. So our score now, Marshfield 3, DC Everest 3. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 4th. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Through the glove of the catcher, Klatt, to the backstop. The runners advance on a pass ball. That ball is thrown high, but not all that high. Receivable for Klatt. Cole takes third base. Fox to second. And the count on Pierce now 2 balls and no strikes. Cluck throws. Over for a call strike, 2-1. Base hit here could score 2 runs. Time is called. We may have an open gate down the right field foul line. That's being taken care of. Now Cameron digs in once again. The pitch on the way. Misses inside for a ball. The count on Pierce. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cluck ready. Winds and delivers. Over for a call and strike. And the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers looking for a big 2-out hit right here from Cameron Pierce. Cluck winds and delivers. A swing and a miss to end the inning. And Cluck now has fans 7 tonight. In the 4th for Marshfield, 3 runs, all earned, on 4 hits. No errors, a walk, 2 left on base. Now after 4 innings, our score is Marshfield 3 and DC Everest 3. And more softball coming up in just a moment.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're gonna get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
DC Everest and Marshfield now deadlocked at 3 as Everest bats in the top half of the 5th inning. Leadoff hitter, the DH Piper Schultz, has walked and popped to third. She's 0 for 1. Schultz batting left-handed. Molly Fox on the mound for Marshfield. And Molly ready, winds and delivers. Chop foul on the third base side for strike one. Marshfield 3, Everest 3. Everest batting, top half of the fifth. 4, 5, 6 batters due up for Everest here in the fifth inning. Schultz digs in once again. And Fox delivers. Out the inside corner, called strike, 0-2. Jason Zaleski gave us a note moments ago that Cluck did allow 4 runs in a ball game a few weeks ago against Pulaski. Everest won that ball game 5-4. Fox gets set, winds and throws, up and away for a ball, 1-2. We mentioned Cluck's ERA, 0.36. That is her conference ERA. We do not have her overall ERA, probably a bit higher than that, but still pretty good. 1-2 on Piper Schultz. And the pitch by Molly Fox. Changeup comes inside for a ball, 2-2. So the Pulaski Ball Club did hit Cluck for 4 runs about a week and a half ago in a ball game, which Everest won 5-4. Beyond that, Cluck's been pretty stingy with the runs by the opposition. Here's the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a foul back. Still 2-2 on Piper Schultz. Tigers did play Everest pretty well the first time out a few weeks ago. Lost in Schofield 5-1. Had a 1-0 lead at one point in that ball game before Everest came back and won it. Was still respectable against this very good Evergreens ball club. Count is 2-2. And Fox throws again. Ground ball towards second base. Grabbed by Oppmann. Throws to first base a bit high, but Krause pulls it in for out number 1. Hit hard by Piper Schultz, but right at Layla Oppmann for the first out.
Now batting for Everest, the pitcher.
Addison Cluck now batting. The Evergreens pitcher has bounced to second and reached base on an error. 0 for 2 on the day. Time called, and Coach Dan Costa coming out. Marshall pitching coach coming out to converse with his pitcher, catcher, and his infielders. Want to congratulate former Marshfield Tiger standout Gracie Holland a couple of weeks ago, named the WIAC Female Field Athlete of the Week. Gracie competing in track and field at UW Whitewater and broke her own Whitewater record in the pole vault with a height of 13 feet, 2.5 inches. Gracie right now ranked number 2 in the nation in the NCAA Division III outdoor performance list. She was 6th last month at the Division III indoor national meet. And Gracie, a good chance to go to the outdoor meet coming up in a couple of weeks as well. I think that's in Ohio. Gracie Holland of Marshfield in the pole vault, and she'll get some competition, I'm sure, from Leah Zastro from Spencer. UW Stout, who's also doing quite well in the pole vault this year. Won the conference championship in that event this year. Conference breaks up. Addison Cluck back in there. And Fox taking too much time. Cluck steps out on her. Now Cluck digs in once again. Fox winds and delivers high for ball 1. We've had a number of very good pole vaulters on the college level in this area over the years. Nate Carroll from Spencer a couple of years ago. Quite a few have done well in the college ranks. 1 ball, no strikes on Addison Cluck. Fox winds and throws. Foul to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of good pole vaulters out of Spencer in recent years. Athens with their share as well. In fact, Ryan Peel of Athens now pole vaulting, I think, for UW Parkside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Addison Cluck. Fox now ready. Delivers. Swung on a miss. Good high heat by Molly Fox. The count now 1-2. Well, some new life for this Tiger softball team, scoring 3 runs against Addison Cluck. And the ball game now back to even. Ball and 2 strikes on Cluck. Fox ready. Throws once again, missed high and outside for a ball. 2-2. Everest looking for a win tonight to clinch the outright conference championship. Cluck back in there, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fox winds and delivers. Popped up on the diamond near second base. And the shortstop Costa makes the play. The second baseman Ottman came over, but Ryan fought her off, made the catch for out number 2. We have a pinch hitter now. Madeline Hoppy will bat for Brooke Brown.
Now at the plate for Everest, number 27, Madeline Hoppy.
Madeline Hoppy, the pinch hitter for Brooke Brown. Brown struck out twice against Fox. Hoppy batting right-handed. Fox throws up and in for ball 1. Our score is DC Everest 3, Marshfield 3. Evergreens batting. Top of the 5th. Bases empty and 2 out. 1 ball, no strikes on Madeline Hoppy. Stands back in there. Now Fox winds and fires in the dirt for a ball. 2-0. 5 hits for DC Everest tonight. Their offense pretty much held in check by Molly Fox in this ballgame. Molly back up on the rubber. The count 2 balls, no strikes. Fox winds and delivers. High hopper third base side. Loved by Garvin in front of the bag. Throws to first base and off Krause's mitt down the right field line, and so Hoppy will reach. There'll be an error on the first baseman Krause. That ball was a bit high, but certainly receivable. And now Brown comes back in the ball game to run for Hoppy.
Brown returns the field to run for
That's
Everest.
3 Tiger errors in this ball game. And the first baseman Taylor Friedel will bat. Friedel has flied to left and walked with the bases loaded. So she's 0 for 1 with a run batted in. 3 Tiger errors in this ball game today. Friedel stands in, batting right-handed. And she steps out. Fox does take her time, especially with runners on base. Now Friedel back in there. And Fox fires. Line towards second base. 1 hop by Ottman. She'll play to Costa for the force play on Brown to end the inning. DC Everest in the 5th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We've played 4.5 innings, and our score is DC Everest 3 and Marshfield 3. We'll come back for more softball following these words.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Drake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to marshfieldchamber.com.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Fenced-in power stations, utility poles, and towers. Get all the facts about water and electric safety from Marshfield Utilities. Safety is important. Don't you think?
Delaney Varsha leads off the Marshfield 5th inning against Addison Cluck. Cluck winds and throws high for ball 1. Marshfield 3, DC Everest 3. Tigers batting last half of the 5th. Varsha has twice flied to left tonight. She's 0 for 2. Batting left-handed. Evergreens infield playing halfway. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. DC Everest scored a single run in the first and 2 in the third. Then Marshfield scored 3 in the bottom half of the 4th to tie the ball game at 3 apiece. 1-1 pitch. Over at the knees, a call strike 2. Delaney Varsho, the Tiger leadoff batter tonight. Stands back in there, ball and 2 strikes. And she lines one towards right field. A nice running catch by Spear in right field, who falls down but maintains possession. And Varsho is retired for out number 1. Tiger batter is catcher Lillian Griesbach. She has popped to second and doubled and scored. 1 for 1. 1 for 2, rather. Cluck gets set and throws in there for a call, strike 1. Tiger softball on WOSQ, brought to us by Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield, Ready Mix and Block Plant, serving Central Wisconsin since 1972. There's a pitch popped up on foul ground on the third base side and run down by the catcher Klatt for the second out. Griesbach fouls out to Klatt for out number 2. And Lydia Garvin now batting. Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield always has those quality concrete products for their customers. Garvin has struck out and walked and scored 0 for 1. Pitch by Cluck, pop foul on the first base side, going foul and on a play for strike 1. Our score is Marshfield 3, DC Everest 3. Tigers batting, bottom half of the 5th. Bases empty and 2 out. Coach Becky Linsmeyer with a quick conference with Lydia Garvin here. Number 3 hitter in the Tiger batting order today. Wonderful day for softball today. Temperatures right now in the upper 60s. Nice breeze and people enjoying themselves here at Madison Field this afternoon. Garvin stands back in there. No balls, 1 strike. Cluck ready. Throws again, up and in for a ball. 1-1. Tigers hanging tough today against this very strong DC Everest ball club. Now the 1-1 delivery. That's high hopper towards second base. Cut off by the second baseman, Woolley. Throws to first base low, but dug out by Friedel at first base to end the inning. Good job by the second baseman, Woolley, behind the bag to make that backhanded stop. And Marshfield in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 5 innings, our score is Marshfield 3 and DC Everest 3. Back with more softball following these messages.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive fast pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old. They consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. 2025 tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Join the Gross family of satisfied customers at Gross Buick in Marshfield. Come see their large selection of cars, trucks and SUVs on the Marshfield lot. Or find it at grossauto.com, and we'll have it delivered to Marshfield for your convenience. You'll love their people and state-of-the-art service department, where service guests get a free courtesy car. Top it all off with the Gross lifetime engine warranty on most vehicles. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Fairchild Thursday at 4:45 right here on WOSQ. DC Everest batting, top of the 6th. Leadoff batter, center fielder Kelsey Miverden. Reached base in an error and bounced to second, 0 for 2. Pitch by Molly Fox, low for ball 1. It's Everest 3, Marshfield 3. Everest batting, top of the 6th here at Madison Field in Marshfield. 1 ball, no strikes on Kelsey Miverden, number 8 hitter for the Evergreens today. Fox gets set and delivers. Low and outside for a ball, 2-0. Everest scored 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, Marshfield 3 in the 4th. That's where we stand right now. 2 balls, no strikes on Kelsey Miverden. Fox ready, winds and delivers. Lined foul on the third base side, just outside the bag. 2-1. DC Everest with 5 hits today. 4 of those by the top third of their batting order. Miverton back in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fox ready once again. And delivers. Popped up in a shallow center field and dropped for a base hit. And then gets by Cole to deep center field, and so Miverton takes second. Madeline Cole came on, couldn't make the play. Then the ball kind of caromed sideways by her. So a single by Miverton. Cole, like she was a bit perplexed out there. And she'll receive an error for allowing that ball to get by her. That's 4 Tiger errors tonight. Second baseman Kelsey Woolley now batting, doubled her last time up. She has also flied to left, officially 1 for 2. Pitch by Molly Fox, up and in for ball 1. So DC Everest now with the lead run at second base and nobody out here in the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes on Kelsey Woolley, number 9 hitter in the Evergreens batting order today. Fox ready. Delivers. Bunt play is on, but she misses it. Woolley misses the bunt. The count now 1-1. You're listening to Wisconsin Valley Conference Softball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kelsey Woolley. Fox throws, popped up on the diamond. Costa at shortstop has a play. She'll grab it for the out. And Miverton holds at second base. That's 1 out in the Everest 6th. And leadoff hitter Sydney Spear now batting. I'm Gene DeLisio at Madison Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and DC Everest meeting Wisconsin Valley Conference softball today. Spear today has bunted her way on and scored. Flied to left and bounced out to the first baseman Kraus. 1 for 3. Fox winds and delivers. Bunt, third base side going foul for strike 1. Marshfield 3, Everest 3. Everest batting, top half of the 6th. Miverton, it's Kelsey Miverton at second base with only 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Sydney Spear. Fox sets herself once again and fires. Is it high for ball? 1 ball, 1 strike. On this date in 1958, Stan Musial recorded his 3,000th career hit. A pinch hit double off of the Cubs' Mo Drabowski at Wrigley Field. 1-1 to Spear. Line foul to the screen on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3,000 hits for Stan Musial. He still played 5 or 6 more years. He retired after the 63 season. So he still had several years left. Had, I think, about 3,600 hits for his career. 1-2 on Spear. Fox delivers again. Lined again, foul on the third base side. 1-2. There's a talk about a phone call that Stan Musial made to Ted Williams in 1960, urging Williams to keep playing. 1-2 on Spear. Fox gets set and throws a swing and a miss. And Spear out on strikes. A big strikeout for Molly Fox.
With 2 down ever since the plate catcher, number 5.
That's 5 strikeouts for Molly today. Brings up the catcher Aubrey Klatt. She has singled and scored, struck out, and popped to first. Fox throws high for ball 1. Stan Musial called Ted Williams and said, Ted, why don't you play a few more years, because Ted was going to retire in 1960, which he did do, but Musial understood the expansion was coming in 61 and 62. And his mouth was watering over those weakened pitching staffs by those expansion teams. And he said to Williams, you got to keep playing because you're going to get a lot of base hits against some pretty weak pitchers the next couple of years. 1 ball, no strikes on Aubrey Klatt. And Fox wands and throws in the dirt. Knocked down by Griesbach, ball 2-0. But Williams said no, he'll retire. And never played the expansion era where Musial played 3 more years. Got lots of hits off some expansion pitchers. those final few seasons. 2 balls, no strikes on Aubrey Klatt. Fox gets set, throws once again. High and outside for ball 3. 3-0. Meverton at second base, the go-ahead run for DC Everest. Waiting for some softballs to come in. 3 balls, no strikes on Aubrey Klatt, number 2 hitter in the Everest lineup today. Now Fox back up on the rubber. Sets herself and delivers. Low and inside, ball 4. Third walk issued by Molly Fox today. And the dangerous Mara Meverton now batting. Meverton has singled, doubled, and struck out. 2 for 3, a run scored and a run batted in.
Third baseman, number 14, Mara Meverton.
Go ahead run at second base with 2 outs here in the Everest 6th. Fox gets set and throws. High fly ball to left field, but playable for Delaney Varsho. Comes on, makes the catch to end the inning. In the 6th for DC Everest, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 walk, 2 left on base. We've now played 5.5 innings, and our score is DC Everest 3 and Marshfield 3. We'll have more softball action coming up in just a moment.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Center in Stanley.
Leading off for the Tigers in the bottom of the 6th. First baseman, number 11, Maddie Krause.
Tiger leadoff hitter here in the 6th is first baseman Madison Krause. He has singled and scored and struck out, 1 for 2. Pitch by Addison Cluck. High and tight for ball 1. Marshfield and DC Everest tied at 3. Tigers batting in the last half of the 6th here at Madison Field. Krause, the cleanup hitter for the Tigers. It's a high fly ball to deep left center field. Brown goes way back. This one is over the fence for a home run. Solo home run for Madison Krause. And Marshfield grabs the lead at 4-3. Tigers' first lead in this ball game. Marshfield batter now, shortstop Ryan Costa reached base on an error and struck out 0 for 2. A long home run to deep left center field by Madison Krause. Tigers on top. Cluck throws here, a swing and a miss for strike 1. So Marshfield now on top 4-3. Tigers batting last half of the 6th. Pitch by Cluck. Popped up foul behind home plate. The catcher, Klatt, has a look, but the ball falls out of play. 0-2. Not many teams have led DC Everest this year, but the Tigers have that advantage right here. No balls, 2 strikes on Ryan Costa. Cluck in her motion. Throws, pop foul again behind home plate, out of play. Now it's still 0-2. Everest, by the way, has their 4, 5, 6 batters coming up in the 7th inning. Ryan digs in again. Cluck throws, a swing and a miss. And Costa out on strikes. 8 strikeouts tonight for Addison Cluck.
Now at the plate for
One out. Madeline Cole batting. Tiger center fielder has singled and fouled out. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Marshfield now leads Everest 4-3. Tigers batting. Bottom half of the 6th. Bases empty and 1 out. Next pitch in there for a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned some baseball games being played on Thursday. Marshfield Tigers at Stevens Point at Plover on Thursday. Next pitch outside for ball, 2-1. Game time 7:30 at Plover on Thursday. Columbus Dons play Osseo Fairchild at Jack Hackman Field Thursday. Game time 7 p.m. 2-1 on Madeline Cole. And Cluck fires. Off the plate for ball, 3-1. Other Cloverbelt Conference games on Thursday. Stanley Boyd is at Cadott. In the Merriwood Conference, Auburndale at Edgar. Stratford plays at Assumption. There's a pitch on the inside corner, call strike, 3-2. Marathon at Newman. Abbotsford Colby at Phillips. Prentice at Athens. Rib Lake at Shawamigan. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. And Cole out on strikes. Nine strikeouts for Addison Cluck tonight. Molly Fox batting, Tiger pitcher. Had a big 2-run single in that 3-run 4th inning. She has also struck out. 1 for 2. Cluck winds and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Pittsfield Panther baseball team plays Port Edwards at Pittsfield on Thursday. Game time 4:30. And Great Northern Conference baseball on Thursday. Mosney is at Rhinelander. Medford at Antigo and Northland Pines at Lakeland. Cluck throws again on the outside corner, call and strike, 0-2. So lots of baseball around central Wisconsin on Thursday. No balls and 2 strikes on Molly Fox. Stands in there once again. Cluck winds and throws. And that's in there for called strike 3 to end the inning. And 10 strikeouts tonight for Addison Cluck. Marshfield in the 6th, 1 run on 1 hit. The home run by Madison Krause. No errors, none left on base. We head to the 7th inning with Marshfield leading DC Everest 4-3. We'll come back for more softball action in just a moment.
Masonville Dairy began creating delicious cheese.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Tigers 3 outs away from giving DC Everest their first conference loss of the year. A slim 1-run lead as Everest bats here in the 7th. Leadoff hitter, the DH, Piper Schultz. She has popped to third, walked, and bots to second. 0 for 2. Molly Fox winds and throws. A long drive to deep right field. Pierce goes way back, but this ball is against the fence. Schultz to second base. She'll get there with a double. Piper Schultz with a hard hit double against the fence in right field. 7 hits for DC Everest today. And now pitcher Addison Cluck will bat. Cluck has bounced to second, reached base on an error, and popped to short. 0 for 3. So the Evergreens have the tying run at second base with nobody out. Fox ready. Cluck shows bunt, takes high for ball 1. Marshfield leads Everest 4-3. Evergreens batting. Top of the 7th. Runner at second base, nobody out. Everest can clinch the conference championship with a win tonight. They have not lost in the conference yet this year. The count on Cluck 1-0. Fox into her motion. She shows bunt. Bunt's first base side. Nobody there. Picked up by Krause, and she has no play. Now a play at the plate. Schultz gets back to third base quickly. Bunt single for Cluck up the first base line. And the Evergreens have base runners at first and third with nobody out. Schultz took a wide turn around third base, and so Krause fired home, and Griesbach then through to third base. But Schultz scampers back. So a good scoring chance here for DC Everest. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Left fielder Brooke Brown, the batter. She has struck out twice today. Tiger infield playing halfway here. Cluck at first base running for herself. Now Fox in her motion. Delivers. Outside, ball one. Marshfield on top, 4-3. DC Everest batting. Top of the seventh. Runners at first and third. And nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes on Brooke Brown. She digs in once again. And Fox fires, low and outside for a ball. 2-0. Evergreens with the tying run at third base. Go ahead run at first with nobody out. Brown, the number 6 hitter in the Everest batting order. She's ahead here, 2 balls, no strikes. Fox readies herself. Throws once again. And that's a cross for a called strike. 2-1. Evergreens have not run Cluck at first base as of yet. Brown stands back in there, 2 balls, 1 strike. Fox ready. Molly delivers again, pop foul to the screen. And the count now 2-1, or 2-2 rather. Tough spot here for freshman pitcher Molly Fox. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brown back in the batter's box. Fox taking her time. And finally, Brown steps out on her. Fox makes a pitch, but well after Brown was out of the batter's box. Now Brown steps back in. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fox ready. Winds and fires a changeup hit in the air to shallow left field. The shortstop Costa comes out and makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch for the out. Runners hold their ground. Good over-the-shoulder catch there by Costa in shallow left field for out number 1. Schultz holds at third, Cluck at first. And the first baseman, Taylor Friedel, batting. Friedel has fly to left, walked, and bounced into a fielder's choice. She is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Her walk came with the bases loaded back in the third. Fox still in a jam here. And Friedel will step out on her. Tigers still lead by a run as Everest bats here in the 7th. Now Fox ready. Winds and throws. Bit high, and on this pitch, Cluck takes second base. Cluck steals second base. The count on Friedel, 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 runners in scoring position. Friedel back in there. Fox ready. Now delivers. It's in there for a called strike. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. DC Everest 18-1 overall, 9-0 in conference play. This would be a big win for the Marshfield Tigers if they pull this one off. Count 1 ball and 1 strike on Taylor Friedel. And Fox fires again. A changeup popped up behind second base. Ottman at second base will grab it for the out. And again, the runners hold their ground. So now base runners at second and third with 2 outs. And center fielder Kelsey Meverden batting. Meverden today has reached base in an error. Bounced to second and singled. She's 1 for 3. Tigers 1 out away from upsetting DC Everest. Fox taking her time, now gets set. Molly winds and delivers. Chopped to shortstop, picked up by Costa. Fires to first base in time to end the ball game. And the Marshfield Tigers knock off DC Everest tonight. Everest in the 7th. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left on base. Our final score, Marshfield 4, DC Everest 3. We'll come back with a full recap on our postgame report following these messages.
In the top of the 7th.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
One and struck out 10. Top hitters tonight for DC Everest. Mara Meverden singled, doubled, and drove in a run. For the Marshfield Tigers, Madison Krause with a single and that solo home run, and Molly Fox a big 2-run single as well for Marshfield. Well, some happy folks up here in the press box joining us after the ball game. One is Tiger coach Becky Linsmeyer, her Tiger team winning this ball game with DC Everest 4-3, a great win for the Tigers. And Becky, give us your thoughts about this big win for the Marshfield Tigers this evening.
What a high school ball game, huh? I mean, from the very beginning, this is one of the reasons why I love this team. They're gritty. They never give up. They're always fighting. We always play a complete game. I mean, we can get down early, but we seem to be coming back all the time. And so I just felt good going into this game. We've had some good practices. And I think, this girl here, she's continuing to, be one of the top hitters in the Valley Conference. And I think we saw a freshman kind of grow up a little bit and really become a heck of a pitcher. And so, I was super proud of everybody on the team. Big win for us. We're excited, but we know that there's still work to do. And so, hopefully we come back tomorrow with another good practice and, continue to build, continue to grow, because what matters is how we play in about 2 weeks.
Coach, can you talk about that fourth inning when your ball club had been pretty much stymied by Cluck the first 3 innings, and all of a sudden 3 runs on 4 hits in that fourth inning?
Yeah, we know these players really well. A lot of these girls play together during the summer on travel ball teams. We know Addison, she's an outstanding pitcher. They're a well-coached team. We know what we have to do, and we've been talking the last couple nights at practice, about, hey guys, we got to stay off. She likes to throw a rise ball, likes to throw a ball high up in the zone. Got to stay off of that, work the count a little bit. And so, some of us, again, our youth sometimes shows, but then, again, I think in that when we started that run there in that fourth inning, we had some of our upperclassmen really kind of step up and get things moving. So, they're following our kind of game plan, and they're listening to us, and which is wonderful. And we're growing and we're having fun as we take on this journey and this ride.
And how about Molly's performance tonight?
Oh gosh, Molly, like I said, I think we saw a freshman grow up and just blossom. She's one of the hardest workers. I don't know off the top of my stat sheet right now how many pitches she threw. She threw 141 pitches. That's a lot of pitches. Early on, I think she was around 80, 85 pitches through 3 innings. So, she really dug deep and really made some quality pitches, kept them off balance a little bit. I think you got to also have Lillian Griesbach, give her kudos because she caught that. And also I want to give Coach Costa, he was calling the game, and I thought he called a really nice game as well. So, it's fun, it's exciting. It's probably one of the better high school games I've seen in a long time. And I'm super proud that we came out on the winning side of it. But tomorrow's another day, and we got a busy week. We got Spash on Thursday, and then we have Hudson and New Richmond on Saturday.
So a tough schedule continues. Becky, thanks for coming up. A great win. We'll enjoy this one. Now let's turn things over to Madison Krause, who comes in to join us as well. Madison, congratulations on this big win. Give us your thoughts about the Tigers' performance in this contest tonight.
Oh, boy. I think that this is a great example of a game where our execution on defense kind of played into our energy on offense. And I think just our ability to be behind our pitcher. And Molly had a fantastic game. She threw some really tough innings and got us out of a lot. And I think that kind of boosted our confidence so that we got up to the plate. And we're talking all the time, like, what's she pitching, first pitch, what are her tendencies, what to lay off of, stuff like that. Addie is a fantastic pitcher, and we've faced her for years now. And it's like the veteran, more upperclassmen players who have seen her quite a bit can kind of work with the underclassmen and, teach them how to execute and just what to expect. And I think, all around we had a fantastic game. I think, there were some problem spots, but I think we bounced back from that well, and we didn't let them take advantage of our small mistakes.
You did make some errors in this ball game as a team, but otherwise made some very big defensive plays as well.
Yeah, we had some fantastic plays. Shout out to Delaney Varsho out in left field. She had some outstanding catches. That first diving play was insane, and that got our energy going from the start. And kudos to them. They've been working all season. It started off rough. We had some players who had never played out there before, players in different positions, and working together during practices and, getting more comfortable during game situations. We really got that locked down. Kudos to everybody out there in the outfield tonight. They did a great job.
And speaking of a big play that's overlooked, the play that Lydia Garvin made in the first inning, that little soft pop-up.
She is a type of player who is sort of reserved, and she keeps to herself, but she is able to execute on almost every single ball that she gets. And I mean, that play, that was all out. She knows the situation. She knows, this is going to be the last time we play on this turf, at least this season, and for me ever. But she went all out for that play, and kudos to her because our energy went straight up, and that feeds into the pitcher too. I mean, Molly had a fantastic outing, and our ability to make plays behind her gave her that confidence to kind of push her forward.
Now tell us about your at-bat in the 6th inning.
I mean, I knew what she was pitching. I think once you get up to bat against a pitcher 3 times, you kind of get to feel a little bit more comfortable with her. And I mean, I knew she was pitching inside high fastball every single first pitch to me, and then so I laid off of that pitch. And shout out to Coach Costa in the dugout. He's talking to me about first pitch. She's pitching it, and it's a ball. I mean, he goes, if you watch that, you're gonna get a meatball to hit the second pitch, and that's what ended up happening during that at bat. And yeah.
Great job by you and your teammates tonight. A
Thank
big
you.
win tonight.
Thank you.
Madison Krause joining us as the Tiger softball team wins this ball game.